As we wrap up this week, talking about the intrinsic worth of every person, what's critical is for us to be able to catch whenever we are behaving in a way that devalues someone else. This is so subtle, it creeps into our very social fabric and the way we navigate relationships. I love a little quote I shared by C.S. Lewis. It was at Cambridge, and he was giving a commencement address to a group of Cambridge graduates. And he said this: "No greater temptation would face you than the urge to create an inner ring of community that is special because it excludes others." Okay, so think about that with me. We can tell that we begin to devalue others whenever we start thinking about a culture that is special because of who's in the culture, who's in our circle. And sometimes we can feel encouraged to have a circle that's special because we exclude someone else from our circle. If you don't particularly like Joe, if I don't particularly like Joe, it's comforting to find someone else who also doesn't like Joe. Now I have an inner ring of community that's special because we both exclude Joe. And we find comfort and solace in someone else who doesn't like Joe. See how we can build our own little inner ring of community? So ask ourselves, is there anyone that I have am excluding in the workplace, in my family, in my social circle? Is there someone that I'm excluding and talking about because I've got someone else who agrees with me? We don't really like them. That behavior should alert us to the fact that we have our own parts of discrimination, of prejudice that are alive and well when Jesus has called us to put them to death. The real effort of the church is cultivating the kind of awareness among its participants and members that we can quickly recognize behavior that's antithetical to others' worth and value, behavior that is opposite of what Jesus modeled and portrayed, attitudes that can creep in because of economic status, because of club membership, because of wealth, because of ethnicity, because of politics. You see, there's all kinds of cultures that can influence us when we are to be the people that should be influencing culture. This week, as we look at these ways that we can fine-tune our ability to love like Christ, it is an implication of the intrinsic worth of every person. Lord Jesus, empower us to love courageously, to embrace with deep compassion, to have empathy for those different than ourselves. Increase our personal awareness of how we can live out the implications of the intrinsic worth in every person. I'll see you this weekend.